So you're attending a game jam in a few weeks, or maybe you're in an auditorium right now with your fellow jammers, wondering how you're going to get a game out in the limited time that you have. In this video, I'm going to give you a few tips to get your game through the finish line. Assemble the Avengers. Rome wasn't built in a day, and it wasn't built by one person either. There are 3 things to keep in mind when building out your team. First, the AI Twitter bros will tell you otherwise, but a successful game jam requires talented people with real experience. This means finding engineers who can code the game, and finding artists that can draw the art assets that you need, and finding audio people that can make sounds, audio engineers, I don't know. Most jams will have a message board or forum where you can meet other jammers that are looking to form a team. So put yourself out there, make yourself heard, and find other jammers to collaborate with. Second, when finding people to work with, make sure your goals align. Are you here learning a new engine? Are you trying to learn a new discipline in order to broaden your skill set? Maybe you're an engineer trying to do some art, or maybe you're an artist and want to know how to code, or you're one of those weird audio people.
And here we go.
Maybe you're just here to finish a game, Completing a game in itself is an achievement. Or maybe you're here to win it all. Having members with a cohesive goal will ensure that the pace of development is matched across the team. When it's done incorrectly, it's like having a track and field relay team with a grade schooler, Usain Bolt, and a thumb. Third, if you can't fill these roles in your team, there are alternatives. You can make them yourself and have it be a learning experience, or you could find online resources that can fill the gap for you. There are asset libraries like Kenny and K-Kit that will provide you with high quality assets that you can use in your game free of charge. Just make sure to credit them. itch.io also has a plethora of game assets, both art as well as sound effects that you can use in your game. They also have code plugins. Make sure that those are allowed in your game jam before you proceed. If you really want to use AI assets, I highly discourage it. It's extremely obvious when you do, and it's difficult to get a consistent style. And honestly, if you think your art skills aren't up to snuff, it's actually more fun to have the game with dev assets than with AI slop. Plus, a lot of game jams straight out disqualify you for using AI art assets. So just stay away from it if you can. Here are a few things to keep in mind during your game jam. While you're brainstorming for the game, keep the scope small. As you develop the game, you'll quickly encounter what's known as scope creep. Oh, this would be cool, or hey, if we implement A, then we have to have B, can quickly grow a game scope to a size that's not finishable in a game jam. Another part of keeping the game scope small is choosing the right genre. Different genres of game require different levels of attention. A narrative game is going to need time to write a compelling story. A puzzle game is going to require a lot of time dedicated to level design. And a platformer game is going to need a lot of focus on the player's movement. And then there are genres that are essentially untouchable in game jams. These are like MMORPGs, MOBAs, 4X strategy, RTS. While these genres might be your favorite to play, it takes much more time than is allotted in a game jam to flesh out. Finally, after you've decided on the genre of games you want to make sure to select the right tool for the job. There are a lot of game engines out there. There are some that are heavy duty, some can get a variety of jobs done, but aren't the best at any of them. And others are highly specialized. Making sure you pick the right one is going to save your team a lot of headaches. The final section is dedicated to stuff that's commonly forgotten in the final stretches of the game jam that could make or break your game. Let's do a lightning round. A tutorial that lets the player know what to do intuitively, because you can't be looking over the shoulder of everyone that plays the game. Better if the gameplay mechanic is so intuitive that you don't even need a tutorial. Second, make sure to get ample playtesting so you know that your gameplay loop is functional and fun. Try to trade these with other teams in the game jam so that you can play their game and they can play yours, give feedback, and improve everyone's games. And finally, submitting an hour or two before the deadline. There is always a rush to submit your games in game jams, and those portals always crash, and there's always a panic in the end of, will my game get submitted or not? So try to compile and package your game a few hours before the deadline, submit it to see if everything works properly in order to avoid the panic. Remember to stay hydrated, make sure to get a lot of sleep to get the creative juices flowing, and finally, just remember to have fun. Enjoy your game jam and let me know what you've made in the comments. Bye.